When it comes to weddings, everyone wants the perfect day. But unless you have unlimited funds, it's I do, but at what cost?
Cheap and cheerful, that's what I want.
You're too short for that.
I signed off on a certain amount that they're gonna charge our guests, and that's what I want them charging our guests.
We're just gonna pretend you're doing up my dress, Mom. Pretend, Mom. Just put your hand on the thing and look at me lovingly.
Yeah, you know what? Can we cut the water altogether?
It's not within the budget. It's just not within the budget.
Weddings are delightful. Weddings are delirious. Weddings are draining on the bank account. Say hello to Ken and Nicole, just married. They managed to pull together the wedding they wanted, but only after a serious tug of war with their purse strings. Let's look back at what they faced in the weeks leading up to their big day.
My name is Nicole. I'm 28 years old. Ken and I met through an online dating service, and we are definitely soulmates. This is the story of our big day.
Weddings and money, like our couple, walk arm in arm. Ken and Nicole had a firm hold on each other, but at what point did they lose grip on their budget? At the end of the show, we'll let you in on what their wedding cost.
It was a flash in the pan, really. Like, it just, I don't remember the ceremony. It's a blur.
The day was cheap and cheerful, but don't let their smiling faces fool you. Let's go back to the beginning and see what really happened.
I think the wedding planner was a good decision in bringing her in.
She'll point us in the right direction in terms of finding things a little bit less expensive and then stay within our budget. It'll be difficult, especially when we're laying out this money, to kind of give that control over to someone.
Now, wait a minute, Nicole. Isn't that what a wedding planner's for? Meet Jay Wheatley. She loves a challenge, and Nicole and Ken were more than willing to give her one.
I think when you're having a wedding, it's very important to establish a mood. It really makes your guests feel special, and you really want to make your wedding look different than, say, a corporate meeting. Okay, Ken, Nicole, your wedding is 3 months away. We've already booked the venue and the ceremony location. Now, there's some details that I need to go through, and first I'd like to start with decor.
Some kind of theme around fall, maybe, or maybe tie in something to do with the Scottish.
You own the kilt, though.
No, I'm going to rent a kilt,
you're gonna rent a
and
kilt.
I'm going to rent a tuxedo as well to change for the reception.
That's fantastic.
Do you know right now what your numbers are at?
We hope to have about 150, but in reality, it's looking closer to 200.
That difference will greatly affect your budget.
We're spending the money to have the day we want to have, and I expect it to be the day we want.
Do you plan on having an open bar or a cash bar?
We'd love to have an open bar.
Because that will dramatically shift your budget if you go with an open bar.
I don't want to compromise on having a good food and good drinks for my guests.
Cake.
Actually, we're going to go with my sister.
Okay.
She's a very talented baker.
I guess she's close by then.
Actually, she's in Ottawa.
Do you know how she's going to get the cake from there to here?
And she's going to make it the day before. She'll be driving it, and then she's actually staying at the venue.
Has she ever done anything like this before?
I think it's her first wedding cake.
I am a little concerned. I'll let you know that.
It wasn't important to me, like, who cares?
Yeah, we didn't even
The
really have a
cake.
picture of anything in mind at all. We're just like,
Cheap and cheerful, that was the cake.
Something important that I didn't actually ask you, and that is flowers.
My girlfriend went to a grocery store, and her flowers were really, really nice. So I was thinking of maybe looking somewhere along those lines.
I've never actually gotten flowers for a wedding from a grocery store.
Good thing for Jay, the dollar store doesn't cater.
I think Nicole will let Jay do her job, but at the same time make sure that it's done according to what she wants.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, I guess the final question is budget. Have you thought about your kind of ideal budget, maybe even your maximum budget?
We have that. I kind of have it written down here for you.
Oh.
Remember, it's I do, but at what cost?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Coming up,
These were like $4.75.
$4.75. So what's Ken thinking?
That's nuts.
My mother made the cake, and it was a fruit cake and layered, and everything was homemade. Nothing was imported.
No, it was fantastic cake, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I had plenty of it.
Yeah, I know. Like a whole layer.
when it comes to spending money on a wedding, you can take the high road or you can take the low. But when does I do become it's not in the budget?
I've never actually gotten flowers for a wedding from a grocery store.
At the end of the program, we'll expose what path our newlyweds chose for their perfect day.
I wasn't opposed to going to see Jay's florist, even though it was the other end of the city. She did offer a nice floral package.
We're gonna do the best that we possibly can to get within your budget.
Great.
If you had a definite price for what your bouquet would be, do you have something that pops into
I
mind?
kind of have like a whole, like I just know the budget
The
that
total
we've
budget.
set
Okay.
is 500.
500? I've spent more on a pair of pumps.
What our normal price for a wedding bouquet is $150.
Uh-oh, I think Nicole's purse snapped shut.
Flowers aren't important to me. I think fresh flowers look nice no matter what. And I have a budget, and hopefully I can spend even less.
You're not kidding.
Sometimes people think, oh, if I go to a florist, it's gonna
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be thousands of dollars, and it really depends on your flexibility and the flowers you choose.
And then with tax, we're at $621.
Let me think about it. I should talk to Ken when I'm going over budget, because in the past when I haven't, it's caused some friction.
Fair enough. I'm a little concerned that even though the price is comparable, that Nicole may still choose to go with the supermarket for her flowers.
We could probably have your bouquet priced in between, say, $55 and $75.
Cheap and cheerful, that's what I want. It's $100 less here as compared to the florist that Jay took me to. And that means 2 more guests that we can invite to the wedding.
Okay, do you want to make a deposit today?
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Great. I was so beyond happy with the flowers. They were just even more beautiful than I had imagined. He kept writing down friends and friends and friends, and I'm like, how many friends do you have? And he goes, I was such a loser in high school, and then all of a sudden I went to college and I got popular. Okay, Ken, we have to finalize this guest list. What do you want to do about all these extra people that you have? There's like 23 or 25 or something.
Can we just invite them all?
That's like $55 more times 25.
If we have to cut the open bar to invite everybody, then that's what we'll do, okay?
That's what we'll do then. Basically, we would have loved to have an open bar.
It just wasn't feasible though.
Not in the finances. At this point, I'm glad we just made the decision and we can just stick with it and go from there.
Remember, when you make your guests pay, they second guess the gifts they gave. No matter how cute the invitation.
Like if I had one, that's it, I've got to have it. This is the one wow moment. It was those invitations. What do you think?
Oh, nice. This is great.
She did them especially for me.
No, they look good.
And get the little
expensive?
cards.
Yeah, well, you know how we went and got those do-it-yourself ones for $80?
Yeah.
Yeah, these were like $4.75.
$4.75.
That would add another 10 guests to the list, but who's counting?
What's Ken thinking?
He likes them, but he didn't really like the cost.
That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Didn't tell me about it until after they were ordered.
That was the invitations.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. You are too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're married now. She's telling me how I feel.
There you go. We didn't want to pay any extra for anything at the venue.
Unfortunately, their wedding planner, Jay, was hoping for more than just a no-frills banquet hall with minimal decor. What? It's a look.
We do work with a decorator. She provides floor-length round tablecloths.
How much are they? Can I ask? Sorry.
Well, I mean, she charges usually $7.95.
Not within the budget.
It's not in the budget.
Okay. Mineral water, $4.25.
Yeah, you know what? Can we cut the water altogether? Like, just ice water is fine.
Would you like vases on the head table for your flowers, for your bouquets?
Stuff like that doesn't matter to us.
Okay.
We don't care.
That's fine. I understand that, people have budgets. I myself, I would rather go somewhere and have smaller people and have everything I want and make my guest feel that much more welcomed and special.
It's not within the budget, it's just not within the budget.
In the end, Jay managed to sneak in one small touch of class.
Thankfully, Jay was able to negotiate.
Sweet talking Jay.
Yeah, the long tablecloths, which look a lot better. When we went and looked at dresses, we just kind of did a free-for-all. We did manage to not pull anything that was over my high budget.
Our cost-conscious bride found all that she needed, right off the rack in a one-stop shop.
It's kind of plain, don't you think?
You're too short for that.
$6.99, that's good.
More than what
$1,000, I know. Oh, $3.29. Oh no, that's way too plain. I can't find the price, but it's beautiful. That's $5 there, Mom. Mom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll bring you right back to the change room.
But I'm also happy that I didn't have a set thing in mind, because probably it would have been like twice the money and I would have broken the bank over it and everything else.
Okay, let's see what else we can find. How's this one, Nicole?
$6.62, Mom.
The price is right? The front's very pretty. Do you think that'll be enough, or maybe they can...
We'll see, Mom. Mother, we'll
All
just
right.
wait and see.
Strapless! How lovely. If only Nicole could let go of the ones on her purse.
Yeah, I like this one. I never had a, that's my wedding dress moment. It was my mom who's like, that's the one.
And you look good in it.
Good. And now I can use it for Halloween costumes.
Nicole's dress was an instant fit, but not so for the bridesmaids.
I basically watched and looked what the seamstresses were doing and made sure that I had every confidence in their ability to deliver.
Well, that's very glasses half full of you, Nicole. Too bad the glass cracked.
Nicole told me that the dresses were basically not altered. Some of them were kind of botched.
Yes, very botched.
And I heard that you've been fixing them.
Yes, I have been.
Nicole's mom has been altering the dresses very last minute and still has alterations to do. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's just a headache that you just don't want to deal with the day before the wedding. Like, are you a seamstress? Or
I just know how to sew.
You just know how to sew.
I'm just very thankful that Barb was able to fix things up in the end. So.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Okay, get excited. You're about to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
Now there's excitement for you.
I can remember standing at the top of the aisle, and everybody always says, then you look down the aisle and you see your bride coming. That was a moment there where I kind of got a lump in my throat.
You never told me that.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what your budget, weddings cost money. But was the thrifty couple prepared to pay the price? At the end of the show, we'll reveal how it all worked out.
That's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
The invites were sent, the flowers bought, the dresses now fit, and they'd watch their wallets every step of the way. Had they forgotten anything? Oh, of course, to have a good time.
Our rehearsal night was kind of a mess from the get-go. When we originally booked the wedding, they wanted to have our rehearsal the Friday night before the wedding at 8 o'clock. So anyways, when I got in contact with the church coordinator, I told her it was at 7, and she totally was like, yeah, great, no problem.
Looking a little stressed there.
I'm not answering.
I'm wondering
It's
where
fine.
your mom is as well.
She thought it was 7:30, so we're just gonna keep going on.
Okay. All right.
It's not a big deal.
Do you want to go ahead? And
Yeah, we're going ahead. We're doing it. Yep.
All right. Okay.
It was stressful. I was mad at my mom. I'm sure she was mad at me. I think Jay got a bit of a brunt of it.
Okay, get excited. You're about to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
You want to come?
Yeah. Oh, here's my dad right here.
Oh, great.
You're just in time, Dad. We're just about to walk down the aisle. Yeah.
Is that a blushing bride, or was she just seeing red?
I'm sorry she didn't have the right time.
I know when it gets
Well, so if you could just tell her to just relax and let her know it's not her day.
You will come.
Mom, you can come down, please. We need you. Come on.
I'm concerned that Nicole's stressed, and I hope that she can just really let it go and enjoy herself, because the day goes by so quickly.
Come on. A relaxed bride is as rare as bagpipes without hot air.
Right off the get-go, I knew I was going to pay for the girl's hair to be done. When I went and priced out my hairdresser, I wanted the hair the certain way, so I couldn't expect the girls to pay an extra $50 to do it themselves. I didn't mind paying that.
Right now, in my opinion, we're ahead of schedule.
Just come here.
Nothing like wedding photos on a tight schedule to get a bride snapping.
We're just gonna pretend you're doing up my dress, Mom. Just pretend, Mom. Just put your hand on the thing and look at me lovingly. Sarah, I need lipstick. It's in on the dresser.
The cat's coming in the picture.
Chrissy. Chrissy, get out of here. Throw them in there and close the door.
It's okay, I won't have to throw
Look at the photographer, Brenna. Look at her.
Everybody look at me, please.
Meanwhile, across town, the groom was slipping on his own special wedding dress.
Here's the $20 pair of socks.
Ooh, nice legs, Ken.
Ready to go. The only thing I'm really concerned about is being able to, keep it together at the wedding ceremony. That's about it.
I'm just gonna flash the world.
Coming up.
I signed off on a certain amount that they're going to charge our guests, and that's what I want them charging our guests.
She finally turned to me on the street corner and said, either we get married or I'm leaving you.
I don't remember.
And I remember that very distinctly. And I turned to you and said, that's a heck of a deal, and I think I'll take the marriage part. And I did.
When you're planning to walk the matrimonial plank, it's I do, but at what cost?
I promise to be true to you.
No matter what the budget, is it ever enough? Soon, we'll reveal how many pennies our couple, Nicole and Ken, had to roll to pull off their big day.
Yeah, it goes by so fast, and you don't really remember it. You don't really feel like you're there.
Allow me patience and kindness when cooking with Ken or when he fails to put his laundry away.
Kenneth, take you, Nicole, to be my wife.
Hi, Nicole. Take you, Ken.
And while Ken and Nicole exchanged vows of love, honor, and cleanliness, Jay was trying to turn nickel and diming into a decorative windfall.
I'm not terribly crazy about the table arrangement, but it's fine. This is a perfect example of really what you shouldn't do. You can clearly see it's been handwritten. The head table, unfortunately, is just really plain. I would have liked to jazz it up, but Nicole's put her touch on it, and if that's what she wants, then that's what she wants.
And Ken's sister escaped a sticky situation.
When I was making the cake, I actually dropped the top layer, but it was before it was iced and everything, so that was okay. I just remade it.
For Ken and Nicole, everything was perfect until it was time to break out the bubbly.
On our contract with the venue for the drinks, the costs were different for the open bar at the cocktail hour and when the bar turned to cash.
Jay, can you take a look at our banquet event order and make sure the charges that they're charging for beer and stuff matches? Because I think they're more expensive.
I felt like I was really being told what to do and at times even kind of snapped at. Usually people come to a planner for creative ideas and for a collaboration.
I signed off on a certain amount that they're going to charge our guests, and that's what I want them charging our guests.
The prices that the guests are paying are higher than the prices we were quoted. This is the host bar.
Right, yeah. And the cash bar prices are different.
All right.
Okay.
She's not going to be happy, but...
The confusion, I think, started with me not realizing how expensive the drinks really were before we went into it, and I got kind of a shock when I saw the price list, so...
It's because you never read anything.
Well, that's fine.
With the crisis averted, our couple carried on with their own Highland games.
Now you must answer honestly. Who is cheaper in this range?
I think the day went perfect.
Well, I can say it in one word, it was awesome.
I think it's everything we ever wanted. It was
perfect.
It was
Absolutely
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, just what we wanted.
Let's go party.
Okay.
The wedding was just as our couple had imagined, but uh-oh, time to pay the piper.
The original budget that we gave to Jay was $15,000.
My sister Allison made the cake for the wedding. We originally had $200 allocated towards that, but Allison decided that she would give us the cake as a gift.
My wedding day ensemble was great. All together with the dress and my shoes and alterations, etc., I spent $800.
The cost of the flowers was $500, and they were absolutely amazing.
I'm really glad we decided to go with Jay. Her fee was $1,971.
The venue, including food, alcohol, and everything else, was $12,741.
The miscellaneous costs is probably the longest list of any cost, you know, things you don't even think about, stamps. We rented the SUVs. All told, it was $3,898. We ended up spending $21,673 in total. So that put us $66.73 over budget, but we had the money.
Yeah, we had the money, and it was money well spent, every penny of it. Looking back on the day, it was perfect.
Totally worth it.
The couple is ecstatic. The presents are opened and their budget annihilated. The only thing left to find out, what is Ken wearing under that kilt?
I thought we hit 50 years a long time ago.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
The suit shone. It was so iridescent. It was like an eclipse of the sun.
That's gonna leave a mark.